Good evening, Nerdified Terror for here, as always, and welcome to this episode of Vape Mail. What's that? So, in this episode, I have a package from Vapor Beast. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what this is. Give me 1 second. Sorry, forgot to do this before I filmed. Not very professional of me, but hey, what are you gonna do? So we got this little package right here from Vapor Beast. I can't remember what it is, so let's just get right to it. Oh yeah, that's right. We've got some E-liquid. Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Booyah. Booyah. That's right. They have a E-liquid by Space Jam. Well, it's by the same company that does Space Jam. That's kind of going. It's on clearance right now, so I don't think they're going to be selling it for much longer. So I bought a few bottles of a flavor that I wanted to try in different strengths. Or was supposed to be in different strengths. There it is. Yeah, I bought 3 bottles of Clouds of Hope Strenght, which is a mint chocolate chip flavor, in 3 ml, and 1 bottle in 0, so my fiance can try it. If you're curious as to what I'm vaping on right now, and I apologize, I haven't done a vape mail in a while. I have actually got some vape mail, but I haven't been doing them because I've got a project that I'm working on myself, researching at the moment, so I've been kind of busy. But if you're wondering what I'm vaping on, I also got this from Vapor Beast. It's I Heart Donuts. It tastes like a glazed donut. It's actually really good. So I'm gonna vape this thing out a little bit while my cat is trying to hide some food, trying to bury some food. That's what cats do. And then we'll open up one of the 3 ml bottles. Oh, if you're wondering, I'm sorry, it's in partnership with Space Jam Juice. 10% of profits benefit fight against breast cancer with this flavor. They have other flavors that fight other things, like they have ones for animal cruelty, ones for soldiers, etc., etc., but they didn't have any of those flavors, unfortunately, at a nicotine level that I was willing to vape. I only do 3 or 0 now. I don't do anything higher. But I might buy a bottle of each one just because I can, and it's cheap. I apologize for all the noise my cat is making. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if 10% of the profits still go to it. I hope it does, but you never know. So we'll see what happens. Let's see if that's... No, that's not quite dry enough, so I'm going to vape it out a little bit more. Oh, yeah, I'm still vaping on my Tesla too. Just thought I'd show that off to you guys. I'll show you something else I've been vaping on. What e-liquids I've been vaping on lately. and I'll leave a link in the description where you can get pretty much all of these except for one of them. So 2 out of the 3 that I'm showing you, you can get. This one's almost done, but this is probably one of my new favorites. It's called Black Ops Seal Team Max VG. It is bottle ready to vape, which means it's pre-steeped and ready to go. Read this. I'll look up the description of each of these juices and I'll put it in the description of the video. This one is Space Jam, speaking of which, Solstice, which is like a cherry limeade. It's really, if you like cherry limeade, it's really good. And this is another one, Patriot Vapor Mount Rushmore, which is like a combination. If you were to put a bowl of Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops, or take a bowl, put Fruity Pebbles and Fruit Loops in it, and with a little bit of milk, this is it. That's what this is. Absolutely what it is. And of course, I'll show you one more. This bottle's empty. I have 3 empty bottles. This is my all-day vape, basically. Beard number 51. I'll put links in the description where you can get all of those, but I get most of, with the exception of the Solstice and the I Heart Donuts, and obviously this, and the Seal Team, I got at a local vape shop. The beard I always get from local vape shops because there's one like right down the street. It's not really a vape shop, but it sells vape stuff and sells a lot of it, and they're actually going to be expanding. I'm hoping to be part of that, but that's not the project I'm currently working on. Anyway, I'll get more into that later here. I'm gonna try this thing out, and then I'll come back to you, let you know my first impressions of Strenght. Alright guys, so we're back, or I'm back, I should say, or technically we, because I got my cat Skeeter behind me. Yeah. So, let's talk about my first impression. First and foremost, the color is very kind of a caramely. It's darker than obviously it's darker than the Zero Nic, because nicotine changes the color of e-juice, as most people know. So let's do the old sniff test. And full disclosure, I'm kind of cheating here. I did just taste it when I did my little intro, my little cloud in front of the camera. But it smells so good. It smells so good. You get a little whiff of the chocolate. You definitely get that mint, kind of an ice creamy smell. Because that's what it's supposed to be. It's a mint chocolate chip ice cream flavor, and it's, well, let's taste it again, technically. Okay, so when you're inhaling, you get that cooling scent, that cooling feeling from the mint. You definitely get that the cooling effect. And this is a pretty low ohm build, so it should be pretty warm vapor. So you immediately get a cooling effect from it. You don't really get the chocolate until a little bit at the end, at that last little bit of the exhale. I learned a trick about when you're tasting a vape, an e-juice for the first time, you want to open your mouth real wide and just let it billow out. So let's try that again. Looks a little weird, I know. But yeah, you really get the chocolate right at the end there. So first impression is actually pretty good. for me, I've always noticed that nicotine kind of muddies flavors a little bit. Um, but I want my fiance to be the first person to try the nicotine-free one, so we're just going to deal with the nicotine. Ooh, a little bit dry. I'm going to do a little bit of a drippy drew. Drip, drip, drippy dee, drippy, drippy drew. Time for a little bit of a drippy drew. I know I have these little drippy drew songs, these little dripping songs. Kind of, I don't know why I do it, I just like doing it. So, there we go. Super cool. Pardon the sound, I realized my volume was off. Very cooling, very refreshing. You get a little bit of that ice cream. Because it's cool, kind of feels kind of like you're trying to... have you ever opened an ice cream and you got the steam or whatever come up and just go... Like, I know, that's probably weird, a little bit weird, but I've done it. That's kind of how this feels. Very good. I mean, I tried. I had a bottle of um, Clouds of Hope Harmony before, which was, to me, it tasted like caramely, but that's apparently not the flavor. But it was really good. Compared to that, this is okay. It's not one of their better flavors. I love mint. I love chocolate. I love mint chocolate chip. But it's not one of the best flavors by Clouds of Hope. If they start making it again, if they haven't stopped, I'm assuming they stopped. I don't know. It's hard to find. At least for me, I've had a hard time finding it. They should come up with. They should try to get that chocolate. What's it called? That chocolate flavor to come out more. One thing I like about this is, like, with some vapor e-liquids, I should say, it kind of dries out my tongue. The mint in it is actually making me salivate, so I think you could vape this all day long and not get vapor's tongue, especially if you're a heavy vapor, like I used to be. I used to vape hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and I would get vapor's tongue and I'd be thirsty as hell. So far, first impression, this is actually making me salivate, which is a great way to combat that. So a bit of a long video for me, for a unboxing a vape mail video, but I haven't made a video in a while, and I figured why not. So I think that's gonna be it for me for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while, but I've got a personal project that I've been researching, and will hopefully be starting working on within the next 2 months or so. And when I do that, you guys will be the first to know. So I'm going to say DFTBA and vape on. Hey guys, just a quick reminder to go down to CASA.org if you want to continue to be able to vape the way we like to vape, if you don't want big tobacco to take over the industry and make it so we can't use the devices we want to use the juices we want to use, and all that kind of stuff. I need you to take action, donate, do whatever you can. There'll be a link in the description, as always, and check it out. Go to CASA.org.
DFTBA and vape on.